All right, let's discuss potato chips, shall we? Today's going to be kind of interesting. I have here a bag from Lay's Thailand, and it's a Japanese flavor of Japanese cheese called Hokkaido cheese. Now, this is going to be interesting to me because it poses a lot of questions that I unfortunately don't have any answers for. Maybe if one of these asshole television networks would give me a fucking TV show and I can travel around and find out for myself, that would create a lot of entertainment for people. But for now, I'm left here strictly speculating. And that is basically how Japanese food is marketed in other parts of Asia. Now, I fucked up in the last episode, and I thought that the Tokyo yakitori flavor was from China when it was actually from Taiwan, but it really doesn't alter the line of questioning so much, which is basically, how do you market a cuisine to a country, from a country that has been your enemy at one point? Both China and Taiwan got a pretty raw deal from their conflict with Japan several decades ago. And I'm just curious, I know that was a long time ago. Taiwan was a colony of Japan, and that only ended after World War II was over. And from my understanding was that they didn't really like it very much. And I'm imagining that after that, there was some lingering hostile sentiments towards Japan. Of course, most of the people that were alive at that time are very old or dead, so I don't know. Attitudes obviously change. But I'm just nevertheless curious if there's some sort of Don Draper type that works for Lay's Taiwan, that it's like, wow, we really want to sell some Japanese products to Taiwanese people, and some of them might be hesitant to trust that. So how do we spin it? Why don't we put some harmless looking pagodas on the front? Now, I can't tell if this is really an accurate representation of traditional Japanese artwork or if it's just pure kitsch. You see the little snow monkeys down there. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know the answer to any of these questions. It just makes me think about how you sell snacks to somebody that used to be your enemy. I mean, we don't give a shit. We'll drink German beer in America and we don't give a fuck about that. But remember the fucking freedom fries? I remember during the Iraq War, when we were getting ready to invade, us being America, and the French decided to sit that one out because they thought it was ill-advised, and certain people in the body politic were pissed off about that and decided that they weren't going to call French fries anymore, and they called them freedom fries instead. So it just makes me wonder, because I can't just enjoy a snack without thinking about the politics and history that go along with it, and sometimes these things have a lot more power and significance than we generally ascribe to them. So I'm just fucking curious. I have no answers to any of these questions, but I'm sure some of my Taiwanese and Japanese friends and Chinese friends maybe have some insight into this, but it's just something that makes me wonder. Anyway, the flavor we have today is Hokkaido cheese, and we're gonna have a problem here because I've never had this before, so I'm not gonna be able to determine if it's accurate, only gonna be able to determine if I like it. Now, Hokkaido cheese is a particular type of cheese that is made in Japan. Now, my research tells me that Japan traditionally was not a very big cheese consuming nation until after World War II, when it became very much oriented towards cheese for some reason. And in the mid-70s, a dairy opened up in a place in Japan called Hokkaido, and they make their own type of cheese that is featured very prominently in a lot of different snack foods, which I was too lazy to go and purchase to sample. So I don't know what the fuck I'm getting into here. On the front, they just have what looks like normal-ass Swiss cheese. So I don't know what this is gonna be, but with all that fucking preamble and context, this is probably gonna wind up being a pretty boring-ass fucking chip. Not much of a smell. Chip is bright orange, which doesn't match the chip on the bag. I don't know if that's false advertising, but I don't know what this is gonna taste like. It better taste like fucking cheese or I'm gonna be pissed. What the fuck? These suck. All that preamble, all that context, all that intelligent thinking, all those real questions, and I get a fucking bullshit chip. Doesn't taste like fucking anything. Tastes like cheese nips, you know, those little fucking little square orange things with the hole in the middle. This tastes like the most bullshit, fake, processed American cheese I've ever had. Horrible, horrible. Completely closes the door to my curiosity about Hokkaido cheese. I would love it if people who actually worked at that dairy would opine on this. What an utter and complete disappointment. God, why do I do this to myself?